am here. I am here for 24 hours. I almost didn't do this gig. I agreed to do this gig under several very strict guidelines. They said, Marcus, what kind of venue do you want? And I said, a shed attached to a heroin factory. Now, what else do you want? Let me tell you what I want. The front row, I want a man so hairy that he fucking grew his own balaclava. And sitting opposite him, I want a guy who's the polar opposite, who's completely fucking devoid of hair. Wearing white. I basically want a human opposite chess set on the side. And they were like, is that it? No, Marcus, it isn't. I also want a DJ. Where do you want him sitting? There. Fucking right there. What do you want him to look like? A charming sex trafficker. Okay. Is that it, Marcus? That's a fairly steep list of demands. No, I want beer. Do you want good German beer? No, I want beer that you bought in IKEA. Honestly, look at this shit. I come to Germany from Ireland. In Ireland, we have Guinness and fucking the tears of the orphaned English children. And I come here and it's like, you know, there's so many good German beers. It's like, you can have a beer. It's so it is nice to be here. It is very, very nice to be here. I was joking earlier with somebody that basically it's in recent years. Germany owns Ireland. It just, that's something that happens. I'm essentially all your property. So if you all want to fucking ride me later, that's okay. I don't know if Angela Merkel is here. I have a tenner in my pocket that I can give her. I'm referring to money, not my penis. She can stay the fuck away from that. The English took enough. Just out of curiosity, because this is pretty much the fucking Eurovision of a crowd. Like this is a big expat milkshake. English people give a cheer? Yeah! That's a few of you. Irish people? Yeah! Oh, fuck, are you Irish? Fuck off, balaclava face! Where the fuck? No, you're not. I'm Irish because my hair may be dark, but my beard is ginger. What the fuck is yours? Stand up, just turn around to the crowd. Look at you. Like, this is what happens when the Vikings come to your country and fuck everybody. Jesus Christ, what's your name? Connor. Okay, fucking hell, you actually are Irish. That's unbelievable. Holy shit, I thought you were like Scandinavian or Satan or something. It's like, Connor, what's the fuck? Are you well? What do you do over here? Drinking. Irish, yeah! That's fucking cool. Oh my God, there's one everywhere. Do we know each other? Are you from Dublin? Are you actually? Whereabouts? What age are you? It'd be weird if we probably have about 10 mutual friends and I come to Berlin for like 5... I'll talk to you later, that's fucking... This is weird. No, I was jerking with someone. Well, this got very Berlin very fast. By the way, no, it's weird coming from Dublin, which is a very romantic city. You know, like we have romantic music. It's known as a romantic place. Tourists romanticize it especially. You know, you walk around the city and people kiss. Ronan Keating jumps out of a fucking bush and goes, "You say it best when you say nothing at all." And like that's like you can imagine a child asking his parents, going, "Mommy, how did you meet Daddy?" And she's like, "Oh, Seamus, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, Seamus. I was walking down the street and I saw him and he had a glint in his eye and a roguish look between his legs. And I swear to God, he walked up to me and he asked me to dance. And I said, I'll dance with your body. And he said, thanks, Mary. And sure, next thing you know, I was pregnant because we don't believe in contraception. And sure, now you're here. And because we're Irish, we're full of Catholic guilt. And, you know, we won't admit it. Whereas in Germany, you've done away with romance. It's unbelievable. It's like, Mommy, how did you meet Daddy? Well, we were in the Bergheim, and the music was like, put a dildo in my face. Like, and he did. He put a dildo in my face. It was... Are there any Australian people here? Yeah. Fuck you, you man. Did you steal your hair off fucking like an NBA star or something? You are incredibly fluffy. Wow. Whereabouts in Australia are you from? Perth, fucking of course you are. What brings you to Berlin? Live here. Coming here, taking their jobs. That's cool, man. I'm terrified of your country. This is something I'm realizing recently is a lot of my friends are emigrating to Australia. It's the scariest fucking place in the world. I live in Ireland. We have nothing to be afraid about. We have no natural predators except for priests. It's fucking like we're a very safe country. Australia, on the other hand, is fucking snakes, spiders, aborigines. It's fucking crazy, right? Borderline racist, but you laughed, which makes you double racist. But no, I think I'm scared of Australia because I watched something called Shark Week on the Discovery Channel. Just give me a cheer if anyone here has seen Shark Week. One woman particularly going, fuck yeah! I'm guessing you're American, because freedom don't whisper. But no, it's fucking weird. Like Shark Week, or as you fuckers call it, Week. It's a week of television dedicated to sharks doing all kinds of shit, like shopping in Aldi and all that mental shit, right? And, you know, I think sharks, they get made out to be the bad guy by these shows. They really do. Sharks every year, and this is a statistical fact, Berlin, they kill 5 people. You would not notice if 5 people vanished from this fucking room. I say room, this crack shack. It's fucking... That being said, you would notice if there was a fucking shark eating them. Like, just to kind of translate those statistics, texting kills 5,000 people a year, right? How would those numbers change, ladies and gentlemen, if sharks learned how to text? Hey, Dave. I'm just going down to the beach. There are some fat children in the water. Hashtag shark banter. Why a shark would be using a hashtag in an SMS, I don't know. They are not technologically adept. They have small brains the size of Angela Merkel's penis. No, but no, Shark Week is fucking terrifying. I was watching, I'll just tell you this story and fuck off, because this is true. I don't know if you know this guy. It's like, I was watching this, and the opening scene was this fucking typical Australian scene. It was this endless white sand beach, this beautiful blue ocean, fucking paradise, right? And this guy walks into frame, and he's Australian. His face is destroyed with scars. So you know whatever story he's gonna tell is going to be unbelievable, right? He looks straight down the camera and just goes, "How's it going, guys? My name is Bruce." Because what else would his fucking name be, right? He walked off the set of Home and Away with his dick hanging out. He was like, "I want to tell you about my encounter with a shark." So I'm a diver. I dive mainly for abalone. At this point, a commentator just jumped out from behind a bush and just went, "Abalone are a mollusk." It was like, thanks, mate. Anyway, one day, I'll get into my boat, ready to dive. I'll put my gear on. I'll tell my son I'll be back up in a minute, and I'll dive down. Visibility is poor. I can't see fuck all, but I'm a very good diver. I'll swim down, find some abalone, put them in my special abalone basket. Bob's your uncle. Now, next thing you know, everything goes dark, right? The reason everything is Shark Week, you can see where this is fucking going. You're smart. You live in Germany. You got out of whatever shitholes you came from, especially you, Perth. The reason everything went dark for Bruce was he'd been bitten across the top of the head like that by a 16-foot-long great white shark. I'm shit at gauging distance, but I'm guessing 16 feet is roughly from here to fucking Dresden. Like, that is a huge fish. Right, Connor, my Irish brother, what would you do if you were attacked by a shark or a bear or England 800 years? You'd what? You'd punch it, you fucking knacker. All right, no. That's a very Irish answer. I don't know, fight it. No, that's what fucking Bruce did. He was like, but he did it in such a calm, collected way. He looked at the camera, smiled, and went, "To be honest, mate, when I realised I was wearing a shark, like a fucking hat, I took a deep breath and thought, Brucey, compose yourself. I made a fist with my right hand and prepared myself to fight the shark. I'll start punching the fuck out of him in his shark face." That's not the zoological term, he was going with it anyway. I was punching the shark in his shark face. I landed maybe 5 or 6 good punches, 3 or 4 shit punches. But that, my friends, is the nature of a fight, and the shark knew that. Anyway, after kicking the fuck out of the shark, it let go of me, swam backwards. It was between 3 and 8 meters between us. It was hard to gauge distance. As I said, visibility was poor. But I was looking at him, he was looking back at me, and I was thinking, Mr. Shark. Mr. fucking Shark. I know we've had our differences in the recent past. You bit me, I'll kick the fuck out of you, but I think we could be friends. We could settle this, go up for a Subway. The commentator just jumped out and went, "Subway is a sandwich." He was like, I was looking at the shark, and in that moment I felt a beautiful, beautiful kind of vibe of serendipity between giant fishy killing machine and innocent abalone fisherman. And I felt peace in my soul. But before I could do anything, the cunt bit me on the head again. So at this stage, he's been bitten twice on the head by a giant fucking shark, right? Irish people, we can't deal with this. You know, we have documentaries going, he went to a music festival and a badger took ketamine and ate his penis. Like that kind of shit, right? We can't handle this. I was watching this with my jaw on the floor. He looked at the camera a little bit more serious this time and went, To be honest, when the shark bit me upon my head and face for the second time, I realised I was probably going to have to fight for my life. Bamhouse, I don't know what's more insane. The fact that it took him twice, or the fact that he thought about it and went, probably. He said, I thought about my life, my successful abalone fishing enterprise, my son up in the boat, Mini Bruce, my wife at home in the kitchen, where she belongs. His words, not mine. My words. I had to deal with this fucking shark. I reached down, I grabbed my diving knife, I pulled it out, I started stabbing the shark in his fucking shark face once again with my diving knife, and eventually I punctured his eye, penetrating his brain, killing him instantly. That's an amazing story. And he could have stopped there and gotten the Nobel Prize for manliness. Like, he could have, but he didn't. They cut to a kind of a Crime Watch style reconstruction. Not like actual crime, not like the shark was seen showing his penis to some nuns. Like, not like that. They cut to an interview with this son, who was a 9-year-old Australian kid, right? Just made of surfboards and blonde hair. He was fucking... So, like, the 9-year-old was just looking, he was like, I was sitting on the deck of the boat, playing Snake 2 on my Nokia 3310. When all of a sudden, I heard a ruckus in the water. I made my way to the side of the deck of the boat. I looked down and sure enough, there was a commotion. Before I could fucking say anything, the calm, tranquiline blue of the ocean turned a menacing shade of crimson. I was just looking at this going, this is a fucking poetic 9-year-old, you know? It's like, up floats my dad. And he's all bleeding really badly and he's all cut up. But before I could say anything, up floats a bloody big dead fucking shark with a knife in his face. I just looked down and said, good on you, Dad! Berlin, this has been fucking wonderful. You are incredible. Thank you very much. My name is Mark Soler. Enjoy the rest of the show. Pass it back to John here.